Hi everyone, Arwen here, and this is your weekly Oracle card reading for June 6th through the 12th of 2016. And this week I'm going to use the Enchanted Map Oracle cards by Colette Baron Reid. For some reason, I felt that we needed to do more like charting our purpose and being more in charge of our destiny this week. So I went ahead and I pulled 4 cards, and then just for fun I pulled 2 more, and it was kind of interesting what came up with that, so we'll get to that in a minute. But anyway, the first card that came up was Stuck in the Mud, and there's an elephant with a bird perched on his butt sitting there, and the elephant is stuck in the mud. Okay, so if you've been emotionally feeling stuck in the mud lately, this card reading is going to show you how to get out of it. So whatever it is you've been thinking about a lot, or you keep ruminating in your mind, I don't know how to get out of this situation. It seems like I'm always here. This just happens over and over and over again, and I don't know how to get out of it. The next card is One Ring Circus, and there's another elephant, and he's standing on top of let me see if I can show you what it is right side up. Like he's standing on top of like a floating sort of rock, right, amidst the ocean. So this card kind of feels to me like being isolated a little bit emotionally because there's water all around the rock, okay, and the person sitting atop the elephant, like they're not going anywhere, they're stagnant, there is nowhere to go, they're just on this little rock. So what we're going to do is reverse the energy, because that's what this card was. It came up reversed, so I'm going to read it reversed. So if we reverse all of that energy, it's being pulled in too many directions, right? Feeling like you need to go this way and this way, or should I go that way? But wait, maybe I could go this way too. And then what I'm also feeling about this card is other people have a lot of opinions and ideas about what you should do, right? So if you talk to some family member, they may say, oh, you need to do X. If you talk to your friend, they'll be like, oh no, you should do Y. And then when you think about it, you're like, oh man, maybe I should do B over here, or C, and none of this is helpful, right? So a lot of times, let me think about how to say this. When other people give an opinion about what you should do, it is generally, unless they're a really heart-centered, grounded, relaxing person, most likely if it's people's ego's ideas about what you should do. Not that I'm saying that that's good or bad, it just is what it is. And so just keep that in mind. When somebody gives you advice, just ask yourself, is this from their ego or is this from their heart space? And not that there's anything wrong with someone else's ego trying to tell you what to do. That's generally what egos do. But just keep that in mind, okay? Especially if you're feeling torn about what you need to do, it's because your ego feels scattered and like doesn't know what like the clear path is. And at least what I've learned in my life is when I take guided action from inside, that's when things work out well. Everything my ego thinks I should do is generally a terrible idea. But that's just me. So the next card is Intention. And there's an owl holding a, what is it? One of those puffball plant thingies. I forget what it's called. Oh man, it's not coming to me what that's called. But anyway, it's the one where you blow it and all the fuzzies go everywhere, the white fuzzies. So this owl is standing on top of an egg, and the card is Intention card. So what I feel about this is your wiser self, right? That's what the owl's representing to me in this card. Your wiser self, your infinite self, has a plan, and it is ready to birth and hatch, which is what the egg means. And in order to do that, you have to align your intentions with your spiritual self's intentions, right? So trust and know the wise part of you has a plan and knows the direction to take. And when you align your intentions with your higher self, your God self, your heart self, that's how you can clear up this being stuck and feeling like you're pulled in many directions. Okay, so the last card is Follow the Leader. And there's a bunch of ducks and birds and a fairy that's on a road heading towards a tree. And what I'm feeling about this card is like it's your inner authority. So following your gut feeling is what's going to like change all this around. It's going to, when you're in your head, you feel like you're pulled in a lot of different directions. You feel like you feel afraid to take a certain direction because you're afraid it might be the wrong direction, right? When you align with your inner self and you kind of merge with that wiser part of you, and you feel what it is that would be the best solution for you, and you follow your inner authority, you don't feel stuck in the mud anymore. You don't wonder which direction to go. You know what you need to do. And if it helps, try to think back to a time when you just knew what to do and maybe other people told you to do something different. And remember how you didn't listen to them and you were just like, no, I know exactly what to do. Like, thank you for your advice, but I know exactly what to do. And then you went and did that. And remember how what they told you to do, like, it didn't faze you? It didn't faze you because you were in here. You weren't like all up here all the time. And something else that's coming to me is sometimes when you're feeling really scattered, it's because your awareness really isn't even in your body. You're like over here, you know what I mean? Or like over here to the side. You're not in here. So if you are feeling like that, like you are kind of like out and about, something that's really useful is, you know, on YouTube there's a lot of free meditations. So find one about, you know, balancing and harmonizing your chakras, or moving into your heart space or something like that, or a Reiki healing or something online, and, you know, do that and see if you can center yourself. And then when you're feeling very good and aligned, you know, and pretty balanced, that will probably bring whatever awareness of you is like kind of floating out over here back into your body. But even if you're in the middle of your meditation and you think, you know what, I'm just going to ask myself, are there any parts of me that are kind of floating around me? Yeah, right there. Okay, so I asked that piece to come back and just visualize, you know, sparkles or energy or light of that piece, like coming right back in, like moving into its rightful place. And then ask yourself, well, where in my body does that belong? And just allow it to go back to where it needs to be. So that's a good way to get, you know, if you've kind of disassociated a little bit, to get that part back in your body. So these were all the cards I was going to pull. And then, of course, I was like, wait, let me pull one more. And so these two came out. And what was fun is this is the coming apart card, but it's upside down when I pulled it, okay? So it really means coming together. And then the second card was the come together card. And I pulled these cards almost at the same time, right? Like I pulled this one and I pulled this one like a second later. And I flipped them both over and I was like, that is fantastic. So these cards basically mean the exact same thing. So everything will come together. And literally, oh, that's so funny. Now I realize it just came to me to explain about bringing other parts of you back inside you. Okay, so I guess that's what that means, right? Come together. Everything is like coming together. Pulling those parts of you back inside is going to allow you to be cohesive, and then you'll be centered and you'll feel much better, and it'll be a lot easier to feel intuitively what action you need to take from your wiser, grander, larger self. Okay? Alright guys, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye!